For Reaper Metal Productions, I am Adam of Unbaptized Records, making a brand new video for you today. And today I'm going to go through my discography collection, at least the amount that I do own, part of the discography of the band Birdflesh. So, full disclosure on that one, I will 100% admit that this is a J-Dog influenced band. 1000%. Never heard of them before. Glad I did discover them. And luckily they had a few copies of some of their albums in my local record store, which is really cool, and they were not super expensive, which is awesome. So I'm going to just go through the discography pretty quickly. So this is all the LPs that I own by the band. I had a few color vinyl, and they just started to become really hard to find. So their second most recent album, which is called Sickness in the North, I did actually have the color vinyl on that, and actually sold it. Just ended up picking up the black LP. So usually I like the color LPs for these bands. I just like collecting them as part of just my vinyl collecting habits, and decided just to make this one a full just black LP collection. So not really worrying, it's always easier and cheaper that way. So, and then sometimes, you know, bands just don't release color records, so they don't have them, can't get them, just keep them all the same. I did the same with Sarcophago. I just kind of gave up on finding the color records for a lot of them, so I just ended up buying whatever they had, and if they had black or color was cheaper, I just went with that. So first two releases here are the two splits, and I'm really glad because especially this first one, I absolutely love the split. So this is Birdflesh split. It's called Circus Christus, and this is a split with the Almighty Texas PLF, which I'm a huge fan. Pulverizing Lethal Force, aka Pretty Little Flowers, because they changed their name. Just kind of odd, but you know, not the name I would have gone with, but whatever. It's just one of those things where even though the name is dumb, the band is awesome. I'd probably like the B-side better on this, to be honest, because PLF is just really awesome grind with sort of a death metal vocal style, which I really enjoy, because grind can get kind of annoying if it's super punky vocals, and it just doesn't hit me the same way death metal does. And I'm generally a fan of death metal at the most, although it really depends. But I would say my favorite subgenre is probably death metal. Yeah, and I'm not going to really go through all the LPs, but black on all of them. So if you don't know this, definitely check it out. And I picked this up from my local record store 2 years ago maybe. And you can see here, it was like a little under 17 bucks. So not too bad, not too expensive. Next, we have, again, I'm not going to bother showing the LPs because they're all black, but another split here with Organ Dealer, which I believe they're from New York because they came through Connecticut. I think they were playing down the street from actually where this record store is, but this was the same night that I was out seeing another band in Massachusetts, I believe, so I definitely had that prioritized instead. Because Organ Dealer is okay. Can't really think of too many songs I recognize by them. So I say the PLF side, or sorry, the Birdflesh side I'm more into. But, and then they're also very affordable. Then we have their newest release, which I'll be honest, I don't even think I've listened to yet, but I do have the CD and LP. It's called Faster Than a Priest's Vomit. Pretty gnarly cover. Kind of reminds me a bit of the newest Cannibal Corpse. Just got a bunch of zombies on there. Again, regular black vinyl. Nothing special. Haven't even sleeved it, so still committing the cardinal sin of leaving the record in the sleeve for now. So, but we'll eventually do some reorganizing and sleeving and stuff. And then this was the last album they released. Really the one that got me into them, I guess. The one where I actually went out and grabbed the LP and didn't just have it at my local store. So this one came out right before that last one. It feels like it was just yesterday, but it was probably like, oh, this is 2023, so I think they just pushed these out like nothing. So this is the Sickness in the North, and this was the one that I had a really cool matching color. It was like a blue and clear record, and ended up selling that, and just picked up the black LP instead. And I think I got this from Indie Merch Store, which I have a ton of stuff from them, and their stickers are just everywhere. I have one on my little stand over here. It's just that little circle with the eye in the center. And I have probably 10, 12 of those. This one I think I also picked up from that same site. And this is the one right before that, which again, they just put music out so quickly. So this was 2019, Everlasting Spew Records as well from Italy. So that's where I got the original color vinyl, that previous one. So I think that's maybe just their label. Last few things are on it, but it's a Graveyard, Extreme Graveyard Tornado. And then, can't really tell, but it's like in that, yeah, if you reflect it. And they got that little guy too. He's like their little logo. So, but if you like grindcore, Birdflesh is a lot of fun. It's some of the same guys who are in Entrails, which is a band I'm a huge fan of. And fun fact, their album, which I'm sure I mentioned this, but Tales from the Morgue was the first album I ever bought on vinyl. So, yeah, somewhat limited. And I have the download code, so if anyone wants it, here you go. Bandcamp download code. There you go. So, give that a couple seconds. So hopefully you got that. I love doing that. So last one I did, someone mentioned they picked it up, which is absolutely awesome. So that's really cool. If I find more of these, I'm never going to use them. And I have a whole ton of them just sitting in that little white cabinet over there. So if anyone wants them, they're all yours. I can even flash one every single video, even if it's unrelated. This is a live release. I believe it's live. And I think the bands that were touring with them at the time, one of them was Cow Decapitation. This is a split release, Haunted Hotel Records and Everlasting Spew again, but this is All the Miseries. And I have this on CD as well, so it's cool. It's got a collage of people. It's got like the, you know, the serial killer thing where they cut out the letters and put it together for the release. But I forget the other band that they were touring with. Oh yeah, okay, so bonus live tracks. Oh, yeah, Cow Decapitation and a band called Rectal Smegma. So I actually own a 3-way split with them. Last Days of Humanity and Clit Eater, I think. CDLP. Fantastic, I love it. It's great. Very fun songs. So if you're into grind, or if you're into the extreme, you know, gore grind, Last Days of Humanity, check that out. You're gonna like it, I promise. And last but not least for LPs is an older release by them. I think this is going in order here. Obscene Records, which I've never honestly heard of. And I'm not sure the year this came out. Oh, well, it says myspace.com/birdflesh, so that kind of gives you a hint as to how old. Oh, 2008. This is The Farmer's Wrath. So if you're unfamiliar with this band, you can definitely get an idea of the type of band they are by their band photos. So they're always really goofy and just kind of making fun of black metal. I think, you know, the farm on fire, making it kind of look like it's a church on fire. So cool grindcore, fun, you know, lighthearted. I don't always necessarily need my metal to be super serious, so if you want your metal to sometimes be lighthearted and fun, I would say pick up Birdflesh, check them out. I would personally start with that PLF split. It's a really nice split. It's probably not going to cost you much more than it cost me to buy in person, and you are going to have a great time with the B-side, especially if you like grind. So let me know what you thought of that band, and I'll see you in the next video.